Okay. Good evening, Brenda. Frank was here. Hey, Giggles. How you doing? Oh, Giggles is at work. I hear you. Wish you were here, TJ, but that's okay. Everybody's got to, you got to do what you got to do, my friend. Yeah, Brenda's waiting. She'll wait patiently. So how's everybody doing this evening? Everybody getting ready Friday night, getting ready for the weekend, or what's happening? The weather's gotten finally halfway decent here now. As you can see, it's not bright sunshine and it's not really bright out, but it's nicer than it's been. Here comes Dominic. Hello, Dominic.
Good evening. How are we today?
Good morning for you.
Yep.
How are you
Yep.
doing?
Actually, not too bad.
Oh, good.
The weather's a bit poor, but it's only a couple more weeks until everything gets longer.
My day has been pretty much uneventful, Brenda, but
That's a good thing.
Dominic got a good night's rest and he's all fired up and ready to take care on his Saturday.
Yeah. TJ, Brenda, who else is there? Frank. And that's it. So hello, everybody.
Here comes David.
Yep.
Hey, folks. Right.
Hey,
Good
David,
evening.
what's going on?
I'm here.
How are
I'm
we?
about to leave for me 5 minutes in 2 minutes. And I'm in the process of trying to blow myself up.
Oh, no.
Well, not really. Doing the LEDs,
Oh, okay.
and it ain't going to plan. But then again, why would it?
Hmm. And how is that going?
Right. Tinkercad. Not Tinkercad. I don't want Tinkercad. That's shit. I want the other one, Blender. Did you ask how that was going, Dominic?
What was that?
Did
Yeah,
you ask
how is your
We're just over
thing
1,000.
going?
Although Laura's got £13 to go on from TikTok, and she's got more to go on next week on TikTok.
Okay.
These people I don't know on TikTok want to make me suffer.
All right,
And on that
Tim.
note, here's the
Thank
ice
you,
cream.
Brenda.
Back in 5.
See you in 5 minutes. Okay. Link, it's up the top. Just scroll back.
Here comes Mr. Stickley.
Awesome news, Tim. Awesome news.
Hey, Justin,
So-
how's it going?
Y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yep, we can now.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh man.
Them afternoon naps can kind of take it out of you, can't they?
Mm.
These allergies are taking it out of me.
Oh, you got really bad
Hey,
allergies?
Nanya.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for Sarah to get home with some allergy medicine.
Hey, Nanya,
no.
how you doing?
Yeah, hay
Oh,
fever
nice.
can be nasty.
What's up, Nanya, TJ, Tim, Brenda, uh, Jody.
Yeah, Jody was the first one in tonight.
Oh.
Well, actually, it was his other self, Frank, was the first one
That's
in
not the right
tonight.
one. That's the one in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish it did, Tim. Trust me, I wish it would.
I must say, if I had one of those croaky coughs, a good bit of Fireball does
My
really.
problem is just my allergies are
Yeah.
backed
Did you
up.
sneeze? You've got hay fever. You're sneezing all the time because of pollen.
Yeah, I was sneezing really bad earlier.
Yeah,
It was just
that's hay
nonstop.
fever. Good dose of antihistamine will get you.
That's all I need.
I don't know what the brand name is where you are.
That'd be like Benadryl or Claritin.
Oh,
Those are
you've got
budgeted.
Claritine. That's good.
So you're
Yeah.
pretty stuffed up. Is that the main thing?
Yeah. Yeah. We've
Oh,
got
man.
Demazin or Claritine. Yeah. They're usually pretty good.
Yeah, Claritin's just expensive. That shit's like almost
I know.
$1 something.
It's the
pill.
trouble.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for it to be that expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully this medication costs go down.
Hmm.
Oh my God.
Hmm.
Can't find any freaking allergy medicine anywhere. Oh. I had a couple Claritins laying around somewhere
Oh,
in a
did you?
little individual pack, and I can't find them now. I kept them in my book bag back up.
Hmm. Yeah. No worries, Eddie. Yep, I'm always here.
Yeah, it's good to see Ed in here, isn't it?
Yeah, always good to see Ed.
Yep.
A single Benadryl. Loose down in the bottom of my door.
Get up, Justin.
Wish I could. The
What's
fastest
new?
way to get.
What's new with you, David? Anything?
No, like I say, just playing around with what this fucking software called now? Blender.
Oh, yep. Yeah, that's a good point, Eddie.
What could possibly go wrong?
The fastest
Yep.
way to get this Benadryl, I mean, snort it or put it anally.
Oh, you know,
Snort.
Yeah.
you know what? Whoever invented fucking Blender needs to get a good slap. Okay. Fucking annoying me with the controls.
Yeah.
I agree.
None yet.
Good point. Good point.
So who would be on tonight?
Everyone.
Well, Matt's on,
Guess
isn't
who's
he?
on?
I know Matt's on, but who else is supposed to be on tonight?
Art is on an hour before him.
Art goes on at 7. Matt goes on at 8. Is that right?
Yep.
I thought, Justin, you said that Matt goes on at 7.
No, he goes on at 8.
8 o'clock.
8. It's always been 8.
The only time he would go on at 7 is if he didn't adjust for the time zone.
Yeah.
Matt hasn't just adjusted for the fact that he's moved back to Australia from here. He spends more time online during the UK time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank Boner.
Okay.
Well, you guys get tired of the golfing game? You want something more action packed during any?
The what game?
Golf.
Well, I thought if he's talking about himself.
That the Gulf of America?
No such place.
Well, ever since we gave you the game of golf, the Europeans really like it.
Yeah, I mean, the fact it was Scottish invented, but We'll let you claim that one because no one fucking likes golf apart from Mark.
Yeah,
I can't stand golf. It's like you just stand there watching somebody fucking hit the ball. It's like, why?
Oh, Jason, yeah, I don't know. I probably won't be playing tonight.
Golf would be better, right? If they had the fans that could chant, like as he goes to hit it, go, no! Or make it a contact sport.
yep.
Each time you don't get an all in, each time you go over, is it pot? No, what do you call it when you go over? One over, two over.
Overtime?
No, in golf, it's like I think it's 1 over and 2 over, isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
Each time you go over the par, yeah, you should get a golf club around the back of the head.
You need to get a
Oh, you
wrap
need
on the back of the head. Why is
You
that?
need a physical challenge.
Yeah, just make it a bit more physical. There's a few people saying that, Tim. Matt, who? Who's Matt? Right. Export. STL. I'm going to call this bullshit. Because I like giving everything fucking random names. I have got so many STL files that have got random names, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
No, no.
You got to keep going back, going, what was that one? Oh, the fuck is that?
He said, what 3D print is Big Booty Ho? Like, oh, I remember that print.
Why the hell have I got uTorrent loaded up? I use uTorrent.
Why?
Oh. When did that get installed on my computer?
Mm.
When you installed it.
No, I don't use it.
Or was part of another install.
Yeah. Probably came with ChatGDP this afternoon.
Mm.
Oh my god, my fucking head.
I have a cure for your headache.
It's not a headache, it's just
Sinuses.
sinuses in my head.
Yeah, I got a cure for it. Laura!
Oh god, no, please.
Well, isn't that nice of him to call Laura for you?
She's gone anyway, ain't she?
No,
Yeah.
don't go till tomorrow. Well, she doesn't go till Sunday, but she stop at her mum's tomorrow.
Okay.
And her dad's having a roof box put on the car. And he
Where's
said,
she-
once I have the roof box put on the car, I'll pick Laura up. And then when we was in Halford, get you for the appointment times, he came back and he said, I've got 4 appointment times, 12:15, 3:15, 4:15, and 5:15. I was like, 12:15, please. And Laura's dad went, why? And I went, because you're picking her up after you've had it done. Earlier the better.
You should have told him, oh, no problem. I'll get that box right up on that roof for you. You just fucking throw it up there and throw a strap across it. Like, you're good. Was he have one new one professionally installed or something?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he does have one, right? And I put it on the car, right? But
Is
then
it?
he decided it didn't look right. It's like, it's a fucking roof rack. What's it supposed to look like?
Do they take that much shit with them where they can't fit everything in the car?
They've only got a small car. Well, smallish. But you've got to remember, her mum's got a wheelchair, and
Yeah.
Laura's got her ego and a computer and a fucking
What do they just take a little fold up
Sweet.
wheelchair with them?
yeah. It's more or less it's still pretty big, but it's
Not an electric one though.
no. No, she had to get rid of her mobility scooter.
Oh, hold on a sec, Randolph. And before you get
Oh, what the
stuck
fuck
here.
is that?
Goody.
See, this is why I hate Blender. This is why I fucking hate it. I set everything in inches and it turned it to millimeters.
There you go, Brenda.
Right, there we go. Stretch. Stop growing it. Just need.
Oh shit.
Any strength. Check film wall 2 times round. Right, speed, sport. Doesn't need one, but I'm going to print a raft anyway. All right, not building a raft. Oh, there it is. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Density of raft, 90%. That'll do.
We'll be on 8 p.m. our time, Brenda.
Mhm.
It'll be on YouTube.
Yeah, I gave her the link to his channel. She could get to knows how to get to it.
Northeast Drone, right?
Yeah.
Can I just ask, Justin,
What?
what has Brenda done to you to make you want to suffer the loud and
Babe,
exuberance of Matt?
what did you do to your hair?
In other words, he wants to know why you're recommending anybody goes to watch Matt.
He's only a small channel.
Matt is entertaining.
Yeah.
If Matt was on over here, he'd have to be on after 9 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah. Yeah. Mary Waterhouse would be after him.
Nah, he's
Has
all
to be
right.
after the,
He's-
the watershed.
yeah, we give him a load of shit, but he's all right. And he deserves
Oh,
it.
definitely.
I
He
mean,
hasn't been on much in a while.
no, I wouldn't know if he's been on Fortnite because I haven't played it. Can't be after that bag of crap.
Well, he used to play the games with him, didn't he?
Yeah, he still does. He still goes on Fortnite every now and again. I'm talking about that. I'm gonna have to fucking load it up, aren't I? It goes down tomorrow, so I've got to go on and click my shit. Where is it? Why don't you tell me there's a fucking update?
Jackson Gaming says Matt used to be a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
Tim, you can't blame him. He is who he is. You know, he has his ups and downs, just like everybody
Like we
else.
all do.
Tell you what, I take some serious shit off on Fortnite, but it's all in good fun.
Oh my god, I could totally kick Sarah's ass.
Why? What's she done?
I asked her to bring me allergy medicine. She forgets and then proceeds to tell me, well, Kelsey had a whole bottle of prescription allergy medicine in the room. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, she's not.
I told you 3 hours ago that I was dying over here, and you didn't even bother to tell me she had medicine.
Dying, he was dying.
Oh, God.
He clearly wasn't dying because he's still back in here moaning about it.
Oh, earlier was bad, dude. I had to go lay down in the bed. I was sneezing so bad.
So did you go get some now?
I just took it.
Okay.
Shop. And here we go. What shite have we got in here today?
How long does it take for it takes effect?
By about 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
Not
Depends.
quick enough. All right, Justin.
Oh, my God. I took a Benadryl and a Claritin, so
Oh, great.
I'm giving
Hi,
a shit.
Jody.
Jody,
What's up,
Jody.
Jody? Yeah, right, David.
Hey, Z, hello.
Hey, is he?
Well, you know something we don't know because I don't think that he's got a lot of money to be had.
Well, I got tons of money. Sarah just don't know about it. Got accounts all over the world.
Yeah. Why is this pillowcase hard?
But
Don't
you
look
you,
at it.
you got some of the Stickley fortune, do you?
Yep.
Yeah, we're not talking about that white stuff, Justin. We're talking about money.
Mm.
Well, the white stuff would be worth that money. To find the right
I
buyer.
wasn't really just calling you a wanker. Oh, come on.
Man flu is the worst.
Yep, I know.
Wasn't it Tim that used to call people wankers?
No.
Like that dumb wanker or something? I don't
No,
know.
that wasn't Tim.
Now is Matt still riding the electric bike?
You mean the scooter?
Yeah.
As far as I know, he is, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know. I hadn't talked to Matt much in the past month or so. I messaged him this morning. It was the first time I talked to him in a while.
Mm.
Yeah, he used to go out and get quite a bit of video and post it.
Hmm. The only thing I know is he's been working a lot this past month or so.
But I don't
Back
think
in
Matt
5.
flies drones, does he?
Yeah, he still has his drones.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah, he flies for movie productions. He's done a couple of movie productions already. Well, not really movie, was one of them was like a documentary, but more of a documentary kind of nature thing.
I'm going to the kitchen. Keep off my keyboard. Little shit. What a riveting conversation.
It's what?
I said, what a riveting conversation.
Yeah. Off the charts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now they're saying supposedly Elon Musk is on a lot of medications.
Oh, God.
I don't know how true any of that is.
I'm going to be honest. I'd rather be on a lot of medication than Epstein's private list. This whole fucking...
Well, all the list is just a manifest. A lot of it was manifests from plane rides, things like that.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, the thing is people are taking that shit way too literal because when you're a billionaire, of course you're going to mingle with other billionaires and financial people and all the top.
Doesn't mean they're going into their pornography. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's probably a lot of people on that list that never did nothing wrong. It's just that was the list they kept of people that they wined and dined or offered for a trip here or a trip there or whatever. That's not unusual. I mean,
The only thing about that is a lot of people paid a lot of money to shut people up. Didn't they, Prince Andrew? He claimed he was innocent, but he still paid her off.
it kind of makes you wonder why would they pay somebody off if it wasn't even had any truth to it, right?
Well, the thing of it is that they pay people off because A, they've got an exceptional amount of money to do it, and B is if you don't, the rumors continue and grow.
Yeah, but to me, it looks bad if you're paying somebody off. When if you legit didn't do anything, oh hell no.
Yeah.
I'd spend $10 million fighting you just to prove the fucking point.
Yeah. The fact he sat there and going thinking, and then as much as they paid her off, then the royal family went, you're not part of us anymore. Fuck off. So he's as guilty as sin. That's Prince Andrew, by the way. I'm not talking about anyone else.
What's up, Randy? What's up, Donald? No, the link was up in the chat. Paul just never pinned it.
Oh, didn't I?
No.
Bloody amateur.
See if I can find it.
1755
Pin the message. There you go.
Conflicts. Paths found. There's no fucking path. Fucking. Seriously.
I don't give a shit about the whole point of me, Randy, is the image. If I didn't legit do something, dude, I would spend half my fortune fighting just to make a point. Fuck that.
Yeah, but that's you. You're a fighter.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, like I get what Randy's saying. It's easier just to pay somebody off, be done with it, and put it to bed. But I don't know. If I had a lot of money and somebody poor was accusing me of something, I'd bury their ass.
Well, yeah, but that's you in this position. But if you were a billionaire or a trillionaire, you might look at it differently. Like,
Right. Well, I look at it this way, right?
they just want it to go away.
No, this is how I look at it. I'm a poor person, right? I can't afford the legal battle, right? So I ain't going to go out there and fight it. I'm going to have to do something to get it off my case. That's the poor person. The rich people, they can afford the freaking millionaire freaking lawyers and, you know, the ones that look for little cracks and shit. They can afford all that. Right? So,
Yeah, but see the difference
Oh.
is though. The difference is though is that the billionaires and millionaires, they've got all those people hired and on staff anyway, attorneys on retainer.
I'm just hopping in here to throw a couple rocks. I think that Andrew was guilty and that Epstein was innocent. I think Prince Andrew talked some of those young underage girls into tricking Epstein and framing him.
Oh my God.
guess what, Donald? I'm going to go with that. I don't like Andrew. He can fuck right off.
Hey, I want to show you guys something. New wheels,
No, I
All
don't like-
Oh,
right.
nice.
old wheels, new wheels.
no, I
They
don't
don't look
like
too
them.
bad.
No, they
No,
do.
look good.
No, they
The,
don't.
the
I get it.
ones in back are a little bit, more narrow than the other ones, but not bad.
I reckon it looked better with a racing bike wheels.
Oh yeah,
They looked in like really good shape when you went over them.
Mhm.
That's good.
I'm getting ready to take them out for a run. I just hopped in to throw
Oh.
those rocks about for Jeffrey Epstein.
Are you giving the X5 a go?
I took it for a drive on the side of the pickup truck earlier today just to get some footage to see. But this is going to be just a short run up down the street. I don't want to be focusing. I want to be focusing more on how are the tires riding versus am I catching footage of it.
Mhm.
But yeah, soon. Anyway, bye guys.
Bye.
Okay, Don, take care.
Bye-bye.
Safe ride.
Hey,
Hey, where's Captain Joe at?
Hmm.
Do not know.
He's slacking lately.
What's up, TJ?
TJ's at work.
Yeah, he went in it too.
Oh God, could you imagine? I just realised TJ at work with that pricing gun. Woo, sticker. Woo, sticker. Woo, sticker. He loves a sticker.
Right, JD.
Could be.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck, Tim.
Oh, so Tim has not replaced his satellite yet?
No, he did. He just has to go up and put the new mount up there today. Though.
Oh,
Oh, you remember this morning when I told you I asked the guy on the lawnmower to the council guy to go and cut the grass, and he cut the wrong one.
Yeah.
He more than cut the wrong one. He went through two people's internet cables. Oops.
Why was there internet cables up on the ground?
They're relaying.
Here's Joe.
Yeah.
here comes Joe now.
Yeah, they're relaying, so they had temporary cables over the grass.
Hello,
not
slacking.
Joe.
I'm not slacking. I was looking for something.
Okay.
I know I
Good
get you,
evening.
man.
I've
It's
had
still-
y'all in my ear the whole time. I've been
Yeah.
trying to find an adapter for my Power 2000. That's the charger for
Yeah.
the
Oh, don't you fucking
some
hate that.
cars, and they don't put the freaking name on the charger. And I've got about 15 different chargers, and I had to go online to figure out which one it could be. And it's got to be the one that I'm charging it with because it's the only one that will work with it. So good. So I'm gonna write the freaking name on it now.
Either write the name out or at least tag it somehow.
Yeah, I'm gonna just write DeWalt on it. Just put the freaking brand name on it. Comes with your thing.
It's all right. I've got about 15 HP laptop chargers. I've got 4 HP laptops, and none of them fucking work.
Wait, hold on. You just said it was for the DJI, right?
No, DeWalt.
The what?
Oh, DeWalt. Okay.
Yeah, it's the charger for the the automobile that you can. It's got an air compressor on it, and it's got a to jump the car. And it's a power
Okay.
station.
All right.
And I had a feeling which one it was because it had a tag on it that showed it was I never took the tag off. I think that's why I said that's got to be the one because I remember not taking the tag. I couldn't remember the shape of it. That was the thing. And I was reading the output and the input and all that other crap. I went online, found one, and said, well, I'm getting the same thing on this, except instead of point 3 amps, instead of 0.2 amps, 0.3 amps. I said, but I think that's it. And when I put it in, it charges it, but it charges it slow. And I kind of remember it always charging slow anyway. So I found another one at a 0.5 to same output, plugged it in, it won't even charge it. So I took that one out real quick. I said, okay, that one done. I know that one's not it. So the one that's charging it, that is charging it, I'm writing in on a silver pen, DeWalt on it.
Who knows, Randy? Some people are just that oblivious.
Because the grass was long,
That's probably why.
but also it was somebody's garden. He shouldn't have been there. See, we got a piece of grass in front of our property that was meant to be ours, but the council fenced it off. So it's the council's problem now.
Okay.
Because if I kick off and tell the council I want it back, I have to go and buy a lawnmower
Oh, okay.
and
Well,
then store it. So now it's the council's problem. They can deal with it.
mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, I told him which flat to go to, and he went to the wrong one.
See, because I got another one here. It's the same thing. This is the name of the company, Asian Power Devices Incorporated. Well, that makes sense. And it says 100, 200 volt, 100, 240 volt, 50, 60 hertz. And it says 0.065 max. Output 12 volts, 2 amps.
Well, based off the name,
Shit, that might be it.
I don't know. Did you buy it off Team U?
No. You see, I got it in the box. It says drill charger. I'm wondering if I just got them mixed up, and this is the DeWalt. Because it's not charging all the way full. That's the thing that's messing me up. This says puts out 12 volt. I think the other one doesn't say that. Let me go look what the other one says.
Right, I'll keep an eye on Joel's screen for it all going blue.
Yeah.
Zzz. Ugh. What? Rio and Bluey have been giving me the stares all night because I wouldn't let them have no apple pie. What? It had sugar on it. You can't have it.
Oh shit.
Okay, either one of those work, it looks like. And that one was a 12 volt output, and I'm getting 12.9 volts on the thing, which is probably enough, but it's not 4 lines. The other one I just found in here that says drill charger, that I'm wondering if that's what it really is, puts out 24 volts. So I know that thing used to go to 13.9. So I put that one on and it started charging it too. So I'm gonna see if that one brings it up. If that one brings it up, that's the one I'm gonna use.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get all 4 lines on that damn thing. That's the one I lent my son to jump the cord when he didn't know if he was gonna need it again.
Yeah, but on your DeWalt device, yeah, it should actually tell you what voltage and amps it should take, and then you just match them up with the.
Well, it does. It tells me it takes the
Mm.
Because
basically it's the
two
same
stickers
stuff
should
on
match
here.
up.
Because I went on eBay and I found the charger, found the adapter for that unit, and I'm going off the specs on those. And the specs are the basic unit is just a little bit different. Let me see what it says. It says output.
Yeah.
See, it says output and then don't have nothing by it.
Yeah, I
All the
wouldn't be
ones I'm
doing
finding on
anything
there
off
is-
eBay.
It says output and it doesn't have what its output is. But I've got the same, everything else is the same. So I just need to know, I need to find the original equipment, find out what it is, and I'll probably look right at it, you know?
Well, if you can get a serial number, go to DeWalt's website. They probably have a thing to register it, and it'll tell you what it is.
Yeah, look it up on the DeWalt website.
Mm.
I guarantee it's one of the three I got. Let me show you this one, this picture. Because I have a plug, it looks just almost like this, but it's a little bit different in the design. It's got the same output. So I'm thinking that's this one.
Hello, Mark.
Oh,
Good evening, Mark.
you see the way this plug shaped? I've got one, it's got the same plug, but instead of it having a square, it has a circle here. And the output on it, when you look at the output, it's basically, it doesn't show me the output. That's the thing. That's what it was. It didn't show me the output. But I'm thinking that's the one I've been charging it with for the last day. And
Have
it
you had a
looks
look
just
on
like-
the Walt's actual website and see if they've got that model?
Yeah, I'm
still?
gonna go. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go look now. All it
Jody
says
said
is
they're coming
1400
out with-
peak. Yeah,
Jody said they're coming out with a new Alto.
I have no idea.
Is that Chinese as well?
Yep.
Yeah, Alto is Chinese. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, did I miss anything? Did he sign anything today?
Nope.
He's been too busy and he's spat with Elon Musk.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna say. All these people that have been throwing out this clickbait, suck it. Okay.
Yeah, but that's like an M30T. That's not something that a normal person's gonna be buying.
Hello, Mark.
That thing's huge. It's an enterprise drone.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
Got Shirley Bassey on telly.
Oh, been a while.
Yeah, well, she was only singing the theme song to the film that's on.
Mm.
Is that James Bond?
Goldfinger.
Yeah.
Is it Christmas already?
Yep.
I think it's only like 205 days away.
Yep. It'll go quickly.
Which
Well,
is scary. It's 205
night-
days away. That means it must be about 150 days until my wedding.
They've knighted him.
They knighted who?
David Beckham.
Oh, Beckham.
The David Beckham.
Yeah, isn't he like the best football player in the world
No.
ever? Ever, period.
Soccer
not
player.
even
He's a
close.
soccer player.
Not even close.
Hmm.
Yeah, I always heard he was like the Tom Brady of soccer.
So that makes her nice.
You could try winding me up on it, but
I think we
I,
did.
I will point out he did used to play for Preston.
There you go.
Yeah, but he's still not even close. We're talking.
The truth comes out, Joe.
No.
The truth comes out.
If we're talking about best footballers in the world, we're talking Pele, Sir Tom Finney, Stanley Matthews, them sort of players.
Yeah, but the thing is, nobody in the U.S. knows who those people
Knows
are.
who
but
the
we
hell
know
they are.
we know who David Beckham is, though.
Of course,
Yeah.
he lives over there.
Francis Lee, Nobby Styles, George Best.
They always say he holds the records on everything.
Yeah, well, we need someone to hold the records up so we can see them.
No, I mean, was he a record breaker though? Because he was so. Is that why he was so?
No, he's
popular?
a prick. He was an idiot.
Well, there's a reason. There has to be a reason why he got so famous. Though.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you how his career started. He was in the youth at Manchester United, and he then came to Preston on loan with a view to a £400,000 deal. Yeah, so if we liked him, we could buy him for 400,000, but he had to see out his 3-month loan deal. Unfortunately for us, in his first game, he started doing stupid things like scoring from corners and bending free kicks around fucking walls like he was driving a fucking car. And Man United was like, wait up a goddamn minute. We want him back. And then he was at Man United. I mean, he was a good player, but then he made that mistake in the World Cup when he backheeled the other player and got himself sent off and cost us the game.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's never won a World Cup.
Yeah, but he did score the free kick that put us into the World Cup.
I'll be back, guys.
Okay.
No worry.
And he did the treble.
Good luck.
If he's never won a World Cup, he ain't Brady.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Because I mean, on paper, whether you like him or not, Brady is, I would say, the best quarterback of all time so far.
I got no issues
In
with
history.
Brady. I got no issues with David Beckham.
I
'Cause,
got with Brady. He kept killing kids.
different Brady.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, better clarify. The American one.
Astonishing, capable campaigning politician. And we also sort of thought of reform as being, in some ways,
Why is it every time I move, you two come out of there? What you up to?
38 years old. Probably 10
And I got done watching that Aaron Hernandez special on Netflix. That was really good.
ish business. He told me, having made his fortune, to do something else. So, admired Nigel Farage, and therefore,
Who the bloody hell's talking about that cunt?
making it.
I would say technically, and I really hate to say this because I can't stand the motherfucker. I think is LeBron James actually has like.
Just
I
16
think he's got the most championships and everything now.
cost cuttings are with affection and this golden goodbye. Thank you.
I think. I'm almost positive he's blown Kobe's records out of the water.
Mm.
Oh, you want to start a fucking fight in a sports bar? Yeah, you can go ahead and say that.
Yeah.
If you want to start a fight in any UK sports bar, just go in there and do that American chant. I think we will win. I think we will win. You're gonna start a fight. Trust me.
Well, exactly, Randy. You know. And then somebody will eventually come along that will probably blow Brady out of the water, you know. It's just for now he holds that prestige.
Have you seen that Preston North End have used this 1 week transfer window very wisely?
Yeah, I saw you comment on Facebook.
Mhm.
Jesus, Peter.
It's supposed to be a
Oh, that's
transfer
frustrating.
window to allow teams that are playing in the World Cup Club Championships to sign players. Yeah, but they can't discriminate, so they've had to open it for every club. And Preston North End have gone, hell yeah, signing you.
Yeah, City signed somebody big as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Can't remember who it is or who he plays for, but I know they signed him.
I don't see anything in here, Dre, about banning them. See, look at all these motherfuckers went straight negative as soon as they saw anything about that.
Mm.
And it literally looks like he's giving y'all more capability. He's like he's saying the order directs the administration of the FAA to expand drone operations by enabling routine beyond visual line of sight drone operations for commercial and public safety missions, and to accelerate the development, testing, and scaling of American drone technologies, including advanced air mobility and autonomous operations. But I'm skimming through here and it doesn't say anything about banning drones.
It's all it says is
Oh, wait, hold
strengthens
on.
domestic drone Israel by prioritizing U.S. manufactured, U.S. promoting them. But you got to get them to have everyone to manufacture.
Yeah, the only thing
it's not banning you, it's Chinese.
and then the only other thing I saw in here was just him saying that the federal government needs to source out U.S. manufacturers instead of Chinese ones. Other than that, it doesn't say anything about banning them.
Down.
Like I said, everybody went straight negative as soon as they heard that. Oh, he's going to ban them. He's going to do this.
It doesn't say China once, and the beyond visual line of sight is a good idea. And for commercial, public safety meetings, missions.
Maybe it's other records I was thinking of, Randy. So I could be wrong. I'm not entirely sure.
And it's driving American technology,
Don't
but
really
it's not
follow
saying
basketball.
banning what you call it.
Yeah, it's right.
Now let's see what Dre's going to say between the lines that aren't there.
He's the man we listen to.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't ever listen to Dre. Oh, hey, Dre, how's it going, man?
I don't listen to Dre.
Shut up.
So basically he screwed.
It's such a trap.
Dre's just a sergeant. Stay in your lane.
So instead of screwing the normal drone flyer, he screwed the military and the government people by saying they have to use American drones.
It doesn't say
Oh,
that.
that's already a thing anyway.
And there aren't.
So
No,
it don't matter.
I just saw that Trump did do an executive order, but was nothing like everybody was putting out. This is just basically doesn't even really say that. He's directing the FAA director, which the FAA, what he's saying in the executive order, the FAA itself has no real authority to do any of those things. Like Joe was saying, you got to find a manufacturer who's going to build something.
Yep.
Now we just had a company who just came out with a new VTOL system with Wing, and Wing has a new system out, which they've always been a VTOL. Okay, they've always been VTOL. So when you talk about VTOL stuff, that's enterprise commercial level. That had nothing to do with consumers at all.
Right. And the two things, and the thing, like I said, if anything, it seems like he's unlocking more availability to pilots and maybe streamlining it a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, beyond visual line of sight, you're gonna have people who are gonna apply for it just because they want to be able to do it, not that it's gonna benefit anything for them. That's why he talks about transporting commercial stuff, hospital, all that kind of stuff in the next sentence. So that what they're going to do is what could possibly happen is that they may limit beyond visual line of sight to just commercial operating.
Right.
But that's what they want to enhance it for those type of operations.
Yeah, you can't have delivery drones if you want to keep them still in sight.
Mm-hmm. So And it might be other stuff. Like I said, the FAA always has the last word. Just like when the guys from Pilot Institute got their beyond visual line of sight, they had to have spotters along the way. So it wasn't really beyond visual line of sight only for the pilot himself. He had to have pilots along the route to pick up the drone, that so somebody was seeing it as it flew.
You know, didn't have to swap over controller as well at the time.
I don't know if they did
The
that or
person-
not, but I know he had to
No,
have
did
at
not.
least a couple of different spotters in the route. That means everybody needs to know exactly where that drone is going to fly so they know where to put spotters at. So to me, that technically that's not really beyond line of sight, because somebody's always watching. Beyond line of sight means you can't physically see it, and it's flying pretty much. The only thing you see what's on your screen.
Yep. I just one of the lines in there. Where's it at?
No, I'm just saying, you had all them people clickbaiting.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's
no
why,
shit.
that's why I haven't
That's all
said
it
nothing
was.
about it until I wanted to see. That's why I was telling you yesterday about. I didn't see how he's going to do anything with the 1709 section of the NDAA that was signed in December. I said it's already a law,
Yep.
and you see none of that was mentioned, and that's why I clicked on and put it on there so you guys could read what is officially came out. He
Yep.
doesn't mention anything about any agency being told to do the reverse engineering on any Chinese drones.
So
Like I
that's
said,
still up in the air.
Like I said too, if you listen to the last few press conferences where he talked about drones, he didn't seem overly concerned about them.
Well, he's more concerned about his buddy.
Well, two things. They don't know, if nobody does that reverse engineering and it goes into effect, DJI is going to probably throw a lawsuit out there.
Well,
So
they
that's
already supposed
probably-
to have they already supposed to have a lawsuit. And like
Yeah, I
I
know
told
they're
everybody,
supposed to.
a lawsuit at this point is a waste of. I'm not going to say it's a waste of time, but it's too little, too late.
Oh yeah.
Because like I say, the government can string out a lawsuit for years
Oh, that's
to
right.
the point that DJI say, you know what, screw the USA. You know, we'll just keep on pushing with the rest of the world.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to wind up happening.
And what's going to happen is people who still get their hands through black market efforts and whatever else to get a DJI drone, they'll get them that way. And we'll just see what happens if the FAA is told not to allow anyone to register a DJI drone going forward, and the FCC won't allow them to use their signal going forward. That's all that's going to happen. But
So by the
if
end of the
somebody
year, I
doesn't
need
step
to get
up-
my Air 3S.
Well, like I said, I'm about to put my order in because now they got that Matrice 400 coming out, so I got to put my order in for a 300 or a 350 since the price will drop.
I had one by me this morning. He told me I'd have hooked it. Daryl had one. A
Is that
350.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
350.
350.
Yeah,
What would
Yeah,
one
that's
of
right, Keith.
those give you besides of what or more of what you already have with that M30?
Well, the M30 is a different type of drone. Pretty much, it's basically a search and rescue thermal drone. Is what it is. Okay, that's why I say I bought it primarily for the purpose of doing thermal solar inspection. That is what it specializes in. I can do the same thing with an M300, 350, but like I say, because it has interchangeable cameras.
Okay, so you want the different payload.
Right. Like I say, me getting an M300 or M350 because I want to get into LiDAR. There's no small single payload drone that does LiDAR for mapping. So I say that's the next step for me. And what I do is to go with LiDAR mapping, and I need to get someone the size of an M300, M350, and with that camera that costs us 12 grand by itself, go with it.
Yeah, but how long is it going to take you to get that money back, paying that much out?
Well, that's always the trick. You know, that is always the trick.
return on investment.
Yep, return on the investment. That's why I say, I saw what solar was going to do years ago when I first bought my Maverick Enterprise Advance. And it's paid for itself with smaller projects, and that M30T is paying for itself with these big warehouses that I'm flying these solar panels on. So I can say, the best drone I've ever owned that has paid for itself several times over is always been my Phantom 4 Pro.
Yep.
So what is the thermal showing you on solar panels? Are they just looking for a specific temperature?
Well, no, with thermal, the
Hotspots?
thermal will tell you, like say, that's what I tell guys is one thing about my drone, but don't go take a thermal analysis class or be supposed to be certified in it. You don't know what you're looking for. And what it's supposed to be is when you use thermal analysis, even if you deal with a handheld device, whatever, you're measuring the difference in temperature of objects. Okay. There are certain gradient palettes that you can use. Usually on the glass solar panels, I use the white hot. That is most commonly used in the industry, the white hot for the glass panels. Because all the panels themselves are supposed to absorb the heat, not reflect it. So when you fly over them, the panels should be dark because they're absorbing the heat for energy. So you fly over a panel and you get these white spots, or a couple of panels that are white. That means they're reflecting the heat.
So that means that panel's going bad.
That panel's gone bad, or wiring malfunction, or it lets you know that is a problem. Yeah, whatever it may actually be, that section or that panel is a problem. And sometimes, when I was doing residential ones with my other drone, I was using a rainbow. And basically because of the materials that I was inspecting was those new, I guess they're fairly new, GAF makes them. They're shingled, but they're actually solar shingled. So the only thing is they look just like regular shingles on a house, but there's a little power bar that goes between every 2-3 feet of each group. And I'm actually the same thing. I'm looking for the temperature gradient on those shingles. And they should be a dark, deep purple color. And just like with the rest of the roof might be an orange color because your shingles are made to reflect off heat. So same thing. If I don't get that deep, dark purple color on those shingle solar arrays, then I know there's a problem there. If I'm getting reflective temperature, then I know there's an issue. So that's why I said that, people want to go out and buy these drones that don't know what they're really doing with it.
Jody was, I think, wanting you to check out that new Autel they're bringing out.
What, the 640p, or is it another new one they're bringing out?
I know it's
Tracer.
The Alpha Tracer. Yeah, I've heard.
I just saw it was a commercial one. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not clicking. I'm not even gonna bother watching that.
Somebody doing an unboxing. I can skip the box.
Forecast for tomorrow in Portland. Look for
Hey, it came with his own case.
It kind of looks like it kind of reminded me of the M30T a little bit.
Yeah, that's
just
what
the look of it.
That's what it's made for, to compete with the M30T. Big old giant. I don't know what the heck is hanging off the front end of it. Hope it's a camera. But this thing has some kind of gimbal, removable gimbal. I'm still trying to figure out what this big old, look, I got a heat sink on it. Okay. In the front end, there's a camera he's looking at. So it does have a removable camera payload.
Yep.
So that bumps it up to a 210-300 range. But it folds out. Well, the new 350 folds out like that. The M350 folds out. You don't have to just take the legs apart. And the loading of the batteries are just like the M30P. So I guess they went to the DJI patent office and got the plan.
Yeah, it's always a sweet justice when you see one Chinese company rip off another one. They start hitting each other. They'll
Yeah,
start
'cause
eating their own.
even the way the legs fold, 'cause mine have that where I have the little button just push down to unlock the legs and put them back together, fold them in. This one just has a removable camera. That's his big advantage. But Autel is notorious with not supporting their equipment. Because I remember going back to the original, what was it, the Plus model or something like that. They're talking about that was supposed to have an interchangeable camera, and they never brought them out.
Well, Tim's talking in the chat there,
That's no
No.
big deal.
Dre. Did you see
Two
Matt
Tim.
was on tonight?
Yeah, that's what I say. He gonna step on old Art for the time.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Art starts an hour before him. So
Art starts an hour before though. So we get an hour of art.
A PCB backhoe.
what's up, Daryl? Speaking of first time flyers, how's it going, Daryl?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't look like a first time flyer today.
I say he fly them big drones just like a Neo and a Avata, huh, Joe?
Yeah, he was flying the Vita 2 today, and he had every one of the swallows in Louisiana chasing him.
Mm.
I want to see him I want to see that video he's supposed to be putting out later, because he said he came through I said, I didn't see the difference between him and me. I didn't go through it because of the wind. He did.
Oh, he went through the tugboat.
No, he didn't go. We were over at the light Sunset Point with the big pavilion. So but he told me, so when he came through the second time on a different angle, he said he almost clipped one of the poles.
Mm.
Because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 8 poles in there, maybe 12.
You have to
And
excuse Dre.
when
You're
you
gonna
get
have to
underneath there,
excuse
that wind's
John.
doing all kind of crap.
Daryl.
Yeah, Dre, you're gonna have to excuse Joel. He's a bit jealous that Daryl was able to fly through there and nearly clip where
No.
Joel would have flown through and he actually clipped it.
No, I am
No.
so glad that he flew through there. He can do all he wants. Don't mean I don't have to do manual.
Yeah, we don't call those over here, Dre. They're called K-rails, aren't they?
And the
you're muted.
backhoe's a JCB, isn't it?
You're muted, Dre.
Yeah. You're
Yes, I was
muted.
about to type in that we normally call those K-rail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because normally they're not permanent when we use them. They're
Well,
Or-
they can stay there.
depends.
It's a temporary concrete barrier.
Those things are fucking heavy, though. I'll tell you what.
I know. I've said
It's a printed circuit board.
as well.
That's what got that damn tank in San Diego high centered on. It went up on one of those concrete barriers, and that bitch held like a champ. That tank was just rocking back and forth on it. Couldn't get no traction. That's how they caught that guy.
Yeah.
Daryl said, "For your first time flyer, do some push-ups." They do use them a lot over here in California on 15. I know they used them for a barrier between the two freeways, permanent barrier.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
basically it is temporary, but temporary could be years sometimes. You just have K-rail out there because eventually the plan is to do something else. They use K-rail. They can use it to control traffic, block traffic, or whatever it is you want to do with K-rail.
Well, that's the thing too, is like 15, especially out in the desert area. Man, it is. If those rails weren't there, it's so easy for a car just to go right across the center divider right into oncoming traffic.
Yeah, ours are usually made out of metal, our barriers.
Well,
No,
that's
that's
why
a
ours
concrete.
are like that. Usually the dividers, center dividers are, I would say, older freeways, but more in recent years we've been using K-rail type. And I mean, it might not be actual K-rail, but it is a concrete shape like a K-rail, where you'll see tire marks where people have rode up along them.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Our temporary ones now are made of plastic and filled with water.
Yeah, they still use concrete ones though to stop like travellers getting onto like parks and stuff.
Mm.
Well,
We use
concrete
that
ones are
during
good
the
for big
Formula One.
vehicles too, because I've seen 18-wheelers go right into those things and it barely moved them.
Yeah.
Like those things are heavier than shit, but they're
Yeah,
they're good. They clip into each. They like slide into each other.
Have you seen the barriers they run about in? I think it's China or Japan, where the vehicle actually hits them and they're on rollers, and so it just rolls the vehicle along.
Sort of like a cheese
Keeps it in
cutter.
lane.
But get back to the thing I said when he first said PCB, there's a heavy equipment manufacturer. PCB. They make backhoes and front loaders.
No, that's JCB.
Yeah, JCB. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
JCB, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, somebody.
It was close.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Slip and
Close
Dre, you
enough
let
for
the
him,
British
didn't it?
correct you.
Yeah, that's all
Well,
right.
it's a British-
I think they are made in Britain. That's why I've said they come from overseas somewhere.
Yeah. they
Yeah,
are
JCB is British.
That's how they knew. And you see a lot of them over here now because everybody can't afford to buy cat. JCB, yep.
We don't really
JCB.
see many cats over here anymore either. No, it's all Volvo and JCB now.
Yeah, Volvo made a big push in the I think it was the late 90s. They first came on the scene, and it was basically with the very large dump trucks, the articulating dump trucks.
Yeah.
And at the time when I think when was the Olympics in
Jim?
China? I think it was the early 2000s.
Jim.
China was buying up all the equipment
Jim, what's
and
up?
all the concrete on the planet to get ready for whenever it was the Beijing Games. And stuff.
Oh yeah, the dam that's moved.
The Three Gorge Dam. Yeah, there was a point where recycle prices were really high because they were buying up like all the metal they could get from around the world for that dam.
I mean, we couldn't even hardly get tires. You got a flat on your piece on a grader or another piece of large equipment. It was hard to find a new tire, dude. That's how bad it was.
All I'm saying is
Hey,
with
Jim.
the Chinese kind of known how they build buildings and the many collapses they have all the time. I would not want to live downstream from that fucking dam. I'll tell you that.
One of the other big firms is Hymac.
They're not that popular over here. I've heard them, but they're not real popular. I mean, Cat is still the leader, but I know Volvo's when it comes to the articulating dump trucks, are very
but
popular.
Caterpillar are usually track vehicles.
Yeah, but I mean, here they make a little bit of everything. Front
Yeah,
loaders,
it's just a name
backhoes.
here more than
It's just a
anything.
name brand. I mean, they make the larger pieces of equipment around the
Mhm.
world. But I mean, I can say they just been a staple here in America because
Well,
that's where they started.
Caterpillar kind of has gone to like an RCA type business model now they're slapping their name on all kinds of cheap shit now.
Like safety boots.
The safety boots, car seat covers.
Yeah, I see.
I mean, it's not like bad products or nothing. It's just they're kind of just been out there whoring their name around.
Yeah,
Slap on
when it
products.
comes to cranes, I did a couple of jobs that had that company. They're like number one in America. when it
Hey,
comes to
Corey.
heavy lift cranes.
Corey,
What's up, Corey?
Well, Tim, that's right. Cats are overpriced because they're living off their reputation. They charge the price because that people like buying a Cadillac. Nothing's better than a Cadillac.
Don't Australians still use the dinosaurs? Like the Flintstones.
I don't know. Ask them. You guys put them on that fucking island.
They're still working down the quarry, huh?
When you were at Shaw, when I were at Shaw, in Michigan, and we actually put
Yeah, if you look on Amazon though, you'll find a lot of products with Caterpillar's name on it now. I
Mhm.
think they're even doing power tools now. I think.
Yeah, they do.
Hand tool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little drills and screwdriver sets.
yeah. I think is it either Lowe's or Home Depot sells a bunch of their shit. They're getting into handheld tools and stuff. Like I said, we're literally just them slapping their name on shit though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Mm.
like I said,
pre-made shit.
it's called brand marketing, you know. So
Which
just
I'm
like,
fine with as long as you're not. To me, I don't like when companies slap their name on just every product's just like fucking crap, you know.
Yeah,
If you're
you-
gonna at least do that, slap it on some at least halfway decent products. You know?
Yeah, you start going into supermarkets and it's got like cat water and
Yeah.
I mean, they're already in supermarkets, aren't they, in the cat food aisle?
Like, I don't mind buying a set of Caterpillar screwdrivers, but they better be halfway decent. You know? That's what I'm saying.
yeah, Tim, they still got Carhartt, and then Carhartt's almost in the same category as Cat. You know, it's like those in the industry know what Carhartt is and know the branding name and what the quality is. But same
All
thing,
right,
you'll see
expensive.
Carhartt, you'll see it slapped on a lot of different things. You know, you'll see women going to the gym with Carhartt stretch pants on.
No, yeah, they do. I think
Now we're
workout
talking.
clothes now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Women
we
with
just need to
sweatpants.
go
Got my
back.
attention now.
Right. We just have
Got
to
my
go back.
attention.
Let's just go back a minute to what Tim just said. He said after this project, he's retiring.
I think they did, Corey. I think Caterpillar did do a phone at one point.
Yes, they
Or
Caterpillar.
at least a phone cover.
Well, they just partnered.
Sweatpants with cat on the front. Oh, that'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tim, is this a long project that you're on, or is it you're just going to retire early?
Isn't
Yeah,
that
Corey.
Tim's in his 50s.
in
Yeah,
the
he's not retirement. He's not retirement age, is he?
No, he's early 50s, so he still has a
Early
while.
50. I mean,
Hmm.
55
5-year
is
project.
the
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
prime
get you close to
retirement.
60. You're a couple of years,
But you
couple of
guys,
years younger than me.
yeah, but to apply for your guys's versus to apply for your guys's version of Social Security is the same age, isn't it? Like 65, 67.
You can do it. You can do a self-managed one, and you can do you can be OAP as well, old age pension.
Well,
You can that cuts in at 60, because then you're a senior.
well, what you're calling that first one would
66
just be a
over here, or
401k
68
over
when
here.
I get there.
Yeah. Superannuation, basically. Yeah, 401k in your
Yeah, you
language.
can cash your 401 out at any time you want, but they'll hit you with penalties if you
No,
do it before a
superannuation
certain.
really is a private works pension,
Yeah,
not the government pension.
you can get a government pension as well here too, but you've got to be over 60.
Yeah, you got to be 66 over here, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah,
At
I get mine when I'm 66.
Yeah.
You get
Oh,
a
wow.
part pension at 60.
My
Yeah.
dad
I think
is
67
Right.
and 4 months.
Yeah, and when I get there, it's going to be 68. And when Laura gets there, it'll be 208. They are really right. Is
I
it
was gonna
Denmark?
tell Tim I still have my bib overalls and jacket, and I just call them idiot jackets that have no sleeves. They're all puffed up with no sleeves. Full Carhartt out up in the rafters in my garage.
Yeah, I think it's Denmark that's just updated their retirement age to 75.
Yeah, Carhartt's one of those jackets, though, man. You could rock that bitch for 20 years
Mhm.
before it start falling apart on you. Those are some good jackets. They're expensive, though. Spend a few $100 on one of those.
Wasn't there another company called Kango?
Yeah, these are Kango hats.
Mm.
Yeah, they were.
All the rappers used to wear back in the 80s.
Yeah, well, they made what's it as well. They made Heavy Plant.
Mhm. I mean,
I thought Kango was just a type of drill.
Kango
No,
was a type of hat.
Yeah.
I don't know where it
I
originated
think it
from, but
was
had a little
It was
kangaroo on the back.
The
Yeah, they used to
Kango
make sweatsuits too, I think.
Yeah,
was a
all the
new-
little rappers used to wear them back in the 80s.
The pneumatic drill was known as a Kango because Kango made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. LL Cool J was real known for rocking that back in the day.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think though. Yeah.
When he did his new album was about 6 months ago. The music video he did with Eminem, he was dressed up like he was in the 80s.
Oh, is that right?
We still got it though, I'll tell you that. Killed it in that song.
I think I heard one he did with Snoop Dogg or somebody.
Oh, he did a whole album like 6 months ago, and
Right. I remember it
featured.
came out. I just think once I heard the first song, I was not really even.
The one he did with Eminem was good.
Joey, how many executive orders on drones you put out? Just that one?
That's all I saw. I saw it on the front page of news. That's why I copied the link and put it in here.
Because I sent it to all the people that have been clickbaiting it.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them came back and said, that's only one of them. The other one's based on China. Well, I said, show me the other one.
There you
Show it to
go.
me.
I said, show me the link. And then all of a sudden you
I
hear
need
crickets.
money.
All you're going to hear is crickets. So I tell people, I said, don't sit here and try to argue with me. I said, I sent you a link to back up what I said. Now you show me a link to
Yep.
back up what you said.
I
That's all
want
I
to see
tell
it.
people. That's all I tell people. I don't want nobody to think I'm talking off the top of my head. I said, here we go.
I mean, it's okay
Yeah.
to speculate if that's what you're, as long as you're making the point that that's what you're doing. You know, but
You've
don't.
got
No,
to
but some people always want to. Problem is, you got so many keyboard warriors like David who always want to demean people, and then all of a sudden you tell them to prove it, and all of a sudden you hear crickets.
Oh wow, he just
Like-
went at David for out of
Like
nowhere.
David.
Well, I wanted to put that nickel in David like he had yesterday, because I remember yesterday I left work. David was on one yesterday. I did something else before I got home. I was like, half an hour later, I get home and David was still on it. I was like, who put the nickel in him?
Yeah, and I just want to point out, if you're going to have a go at me, get it right. 'Cause I don't use a keyboard, I use a microphone.
Yeah.
Hey, Dre, guess what the response I got was when I asked about,
What's
give me a
that?
link. Let me see. Is that
Yeah.
there's still one in the works.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like he's in the room with them. Oh, it's still one of the works. I said,
He
why
must
don't
be
you just
talking to
admit-
Musk.
Yeah, I said, dude, why don't you just go sit somewhere and then, like I say, you ain't talking no facts. You hoping and wishing there's another one coming out just to prove your point.
All he's doing is trying to stir up shit. That's it.
Yeah.
That's Paul.
Like I
Paul knows.
said, well, like I said, it's okay to have a speculative argument over an issue, but when
Yeah,
you're
but
trying to say it's facts without having any proof,
Right.
of it,
Yeah,
That's different.
that's my whole thing. And then like you come back at somebody else trying to demean them and shame them, and they gave you facts. And I tell people, try to say, oh, this is what you do when you can't provide facts. You want to jump in the gutter? And I'll call people out in a heartbeat. You know, hey, you want to jump in the gutter just because you don't have nothing to back up what you say? And they say, well, I don't have to prove nothing to you. I said, well, you go up here running your mouth. You know, you go up here running your mouth. All I did was just ask for some backup material.
I don't know what all those kids are doing down here, but they're across the street at the convention center, and they're all dressed up and decked out and what. But
They
they're
probably having a
Hey,
prom.
Paul, let's connect the dots here. What's today's date? June 6th.
6.
So we
yeah.
got could be around the end of school year, you know.
Could be a
D-Day.
prom.
It's D-Day.
right, Tim? It's just
Day-Day.
like when everybody sits around and talks
King's
about
birthday,
it.
isn't
Hey,
it?
Dre, did you notice that none of us cared about it in the back, but the old guy in the room did?
Well,
Well, I
I-
was surrounded by him down there.
that's what I was thinking. They probably say, "Where's that old guy at?" So we can push him in.
Yeah.
It's like the guy in the neighborhood, the oldest guy in the neighborhood. He watches for everything going on.
It's called selective CCTV, isn't it, Paul?
Mm.
No, it's old curmudgeon. That's what it is.
Yeah. When Beckham got his knighthood because it's the King's birthday honours list.
Mhm. Yep. We do that this weekend as well.
I didn't know, but the king actually has a retreat, an old country house in Transylvania.
Mm.
It was,
Interesting.
I think the king has retreats everywhere.
it was on Joanna Lumley tonight.
Okay, got an update on my son Justin. Today he got all his information, his post information, all his training information. He's supposed to have for training like 400 something hours. When they did the class, he had 600 and something hours, almost 200 more with all the different things. He's got all his records now he needs to bring to North Carolina. Sent him to the guy this morning. And the guy called him up this afternoon. He said, "Now when?" He said,
Agree with that.
"When? When are you coming to visit?" He said, "I'm coming move up there." He says, "Oh, I thought you would just come and visit your brother." He said, "We were going to set up an appointment." He says, "Well, so when are you coming here?" He said, "Because I want to talk to you." He says, "I'll be up there I'll be up there the 14th. I'll be available after the 15th, like that."
Oh, okay.
And he says,
Right.
"Well, I'll be in the office the 16th. Can you come in the 16th?"
Yeah.
Like that. He says, "Sure, I could be there." He said, "Yeah, I'll get you in here and I'll run you around and let you meet the chief and all other people like
Yeah.
that. And then we'll try to set up something and let you know when you can start something that we can get you in the
Okay.
interviews." So
Sounds
they're
good.
ready to see him as soon as he gets there.
Yeah. Good.
So that's good.
That's real good. Yep.
I hope that he gets up there, gets interviewed, gets hired, gets to work within a couple of weeks, and that he can just get all that off his back and start it new.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
tell
just
everybody, suck it.
you just wanted to get up there, get a job, get a house, so you can move up there. I know.
Oh hell no.
If
Food's
No, I
better
was-
here.
he
You
wants
were
to get
you
a
were
job.
talking about moving up there.
Yeah.
Was not talking about moving. I was talking about moving to Hawaii. I'll,
Yeah,
I'll,
that'd be
I'll
great.
Oh,
sacrifice some food for Hawaii.
yeah, we know why he wants to move to Hawaii.
I lived there before. That's why.
Yeah, the earrings, the ladies' t-shirt,
Are
and
you trying to
now the
kill what
hula skirt.
retirement you got?
Huh?
Like the smart
trying
thing
to-
is if you live in Hawaii, you move to the Midwest when you retire. Or in like Dre's
I
case.
want
When
I
Dre
want to move
retires,
to Hawaii and sit on the
it-
beach with that guy that flies the drones and charges people for the
Ollie.
footage, and it's really junk footage.
yeah, but what I'm saying
Tell me
is
about OG.
when people like
so I go up there and beat him and start making money.
but when people live in areas like Dre does, that's real expensive, a lot more expensive than your national average. He can stretch his retirement way farther by going the opposite direction, finding a nice, quiet Midwest state, nice little town somewhere, cheap
Yep.
living.
Like I said, me and the wife were talking about it again this morning. And she was like, "Let me check on Flagstaff." And she said she saw a picture somebody posted about Flagstaff, and it had a deer out in front of the church. She says, "Oh heck no! You know me and wild animals, we don't get along." He said, "We ain't
But
moving there."
Joe's talking about like going from Arkansas and then retiring to New York City.
Hawaii is
I
a
ain't leaving
tough spot.
Louisiana.
Hawaii is a tough spot to retire. You really gotta have something lined up. Like I say, just the everyday living is expensive in places like
Oh
Hawaii
yeah,
can drain you quickly. You really
yeah. I
gotta
was
have
there for
something
3
lined
years. I
up.
know what it was like.
Yeah.
We had 2 incomes and we were on military housing, so that was what saved us.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was also doing photography on the side. And my last year in photography over there, just my income was over 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in 84. That
Yeah.
was a lot of money in 84.
That was right there.
Look, Tim, you ever retire in Florida, I'll push you around in the wheelchair, all right?
Yeah.
Think you get you some pudding cups and a hot nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, well, if he's that old and you got to push him around in a wheelchair, he'll know what the pudding cups are. I don't know about the hot nurse.
You ready for your pudding cup, Mr. Jackson?
Give me 2. I want 2.
I'll change your bedpan for you, Mr. Jackson. Yeah.
Wait up. Laura just told Justin to shut up because she's defending Tim. The hell?
For fuck's sake, Tim. Oh.
You got TJ at work laughing now.
Okay,
Yeah.
and
All the customers are running out with TJ going, that's
Mhm.
funny.
That's
That's pretty
funny.
good.
Problem is
Oh.
when he stops laughing and he just got his mouth open trying to breathe. I say, somebody call 911. He's having a
No,
seizure.
it doesn't actually stop. The microphone just gives up trying to compete.
Yeah, TJ better hope I got an ambu bag there 'cause ain't no mouth to mouth.
Yep. What time is Matt come on 4? My time?
8 p.m. my
8 p.m.
time.
Eastern.
So
Yes, that'll be 4. I reckon it's 4 your time.
Yeah, okay.
It's only 3. Is it 3 hours or 4 hours from the east to the
no, it'd
west?
be 5 o'clock your time, Dre.
5.
PM.
Yeah, it's 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are doing 4 hours.
So an hour and a quarter from this moment in time.
I'll be asleep.
You're not going to be there?
Nope, I'll be in bed.
Why?
Oh,
Because
I'm fucking tired.
he advertised that you were going to be there, Laura.
yeah, you're one of the special guests.
Yes.
Yeah. And when he announced it, he went, Laura's one of the special guests.
Damn, you
That
got
was a
Dre
good
going.
That was a good one. Oh man.
Now, did you see Stefanic's new bill today?
Just so
Yeah,
you're all
she reintroduced her first responder bill
Yeah, that
and
she need to
probably
go away.
Guys.
changed a comma to a period. That's all she did.
sorry
Uh-huh.
to interrupt you, Dre. Just to
Sure.
let you all know, my funeral's in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she won't let that fucking drone bill go, will she?
No. She keep trying to throw it up against the wall, hoping it stick.
Joe, have you tried to go woo her?
Woo!
Not my type. You too much a bitch.
Justin, why
What?
didn't you find me on TikTok tonight?
What?
I was live on TikTok.
Because
You
I
do
was
live streams on TikTok.
That's the only place I do live stream.
knocked out because I was having really bad allergies earlier.
I was still on when Paul come on.
I didn't know that. I just got out of the bed.
Yeah, Justin, why'd you pick Paul over Laura?
Oh, fuck's sake.
You're gonna have to message.
Chinese police impersonation
Yeah, I'm going
scam.
to. I'm just going to message Sarah right now.
Yep.
Could ask the same question of David.
What?
Why did you come on Paul's instead of Laura's?
Yeah, why am I getting held up to a higher standard than David? What?
I'll tell you why. I have to put up with all day, right? I get 2 breaks during the day, right? When Dre, right, sits there giving it all this about me and the keyboard and the microphone, right? He's got to remember, I have that all day from Laura. So I use my couple of hours on Paul's show to let my fucking conversation out that I should have been having all day.
Ray.
Yep.
Shut up.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Who else can I tell today?
There's Mark and Dominic, yeah, and Paul.
Dominic just giggles. I tell him to shut up.
Yep.
And he don't listen.
Well, have fun, Tim.
You could always tell Charles.
Yeah. Have fun, Tim. Don't do anything we wouldn't do.
Not his
Yep.
district when we need Eddie Nunez or Mark Fisher to go get Stefanik. I think Joe could woo her.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
What was I doing? I was doing something.
Take one for the team.
So the only thing
marrying
getting
David.
Joe go over there. The only thing that's getting spot on are those cheeks.
Yeah.
I got a new message on PayPal.
One.
Final response to my complaint.
Oh, great.
Time to
You
fuck.
cooking breakfast
Didn't
as well,
somebody-
Tim?
Didn't somebody say the other day that Trump's son was actually on the board for one of the FPV companies?
Yeah, whoever owns Fat Shark.
That actually might be a good thing. You know, if
Well,
he's in
everybody's trying to say that, but I'm thinking, you know, their
He might-
customers are not the U.S. market. Their customers are over in Europe.
yeah, but he might be into that privately though.
Well,
He may be an FPV pilot.
into what the bottom line is.
The money.
Yep.
That money. That's it. Like I say, as long as the Ukraine war keeps going, they can keep making money because that's who they're getting their parts from.
Girl me the money.
Ukraine is building their own drones, but they're buying their parts from the companies that make FPVs.
Their final response made no sense.
That's why I remember, I don't know if it was, beginning of this year, they had that big brouhaha amongst all the top FPV guys, influencers, and they were mad at whoever owns Fat Shark, whatever, because they were selling parts to Ukraine. They tell me, I don't believe in war. I said, are you over there fighting? This is a company that makes money.
3-9. And it's still going.
Trying to fatten you up, Tim.
That
I
one
read
made
that wrong. I
me
thought
laugh.
she was trying to flatten him up. I was like, what the hell does that mean?
That's the Baywatch one. That
Look
Bay-
at that.
Oh, that one's only at 391. It's this one that's. It's the same that's for Justin, actually. Justin.
So I
Justin,
guess Lance isn't
What?
coming on. He's worrying about the
check
pizza
your
today.
messages.
Pizza night.
Oh, I'm eating.
Pizza night.
Yep,
Yeah,
I've already had
Justin, you
pizza.
check
I
your
had pizza for
messages.
dinner. So I did it. I had pizza for dinner last night.
Fish chips, mushy peas, and a battered sausage. 17 fucking quid.
Nice work, Tim.
What it cost me? Did you hear that? Fucking 17 fucking quid it cost me.
Oh, damn.
Fucking 17 quid.
Oh, for fuck's sake, just let me watch the damn link.
Yep.
And it doesn't even take me to that video. It just takes me to the feeds page.
You say go on her profile, it's the one at 8,000 and odd views.
Oh, on Laura's profile?
Yes.
Captain who's likely to be arrested.
So, Justin, what'd you have for dinner?
Food.
Some just little thin New York strips
Oh,
and some noodles and something else I can't remember.
wow. Steak and noodles, and did you have potatoes or just the noodles?
No, we had some you want to call it diced potatoes?
Wow,
Like
sounds
roasted
good.
potatoes.
Let me guess what you had, Paul. Ice cream and Boston creams.
No, I haven't had anything for dinner.
I'm trying to find Laura, but she keeps changing her fucking name.
Yeah, the ice cream and the Boston creams was just a
It's
snack.
Llama Laura now.
Not a lot of llama cum or whatever the fuck it was last time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why you don't let your cousin pick your name.
I watched The Accountant 2 last night on Prime, Justin.
You watched what?
The Accountant 2, Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah.
It's not as good as the first one.
Honestly, I don't ever think I watched the first one. I'm gonna have to go check that one out.
Yeah, the first one's pretty good. Second one, it gives you a little. It's more like almost like a background view of how he operates, and then him trying to reconcile with his brother. It's not as much action like the first movie. Did.
Yeah, I want to watch new Mission Impossible, but there's no HD copies out yet.
Have you seen all the other ones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you appreciate how they tie it off.
Actually, I should just go watch all of them in order again.
Yeah, that's my son. He was over last night, and he said that's what he's been doing. Each week he's rewatching the old ones. So when he watches the new one, it'll be fresh.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go see Ballerina this week. Too.
Go see what?
Ballerina.
Yeah.
New John Wick movie.
Yeah, John Wick Ballerina. Hey, Joe.
What? Did I miss that?
Yeah, you missed
Yeah,
it,
check
dude.
it out.
Opens today.
Joe, what's up?
Is
Yeah,
he in it? Is he in it?
Yep.
Yeah, he's not a ballerina. I think he's protecting a ballerina.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
no.
protecting a ballerina played by Ana de Armas.
This movie takes place as a in between movie before he got out.
Mm. Yeah, because see, they could always play on the. Remember when the dad was telling the story about how John Wick laid the foundation and all that? Dude, that could
Yeah.
be a movie right there.
Yeah, well,
Mm.
that's what they're kind of doing. They're doing filler. This is like a filler movie between the different John Wick original one, and
Hey, Keanu Reeves is getting older too. Such a
that's
good actor.
that's the sad part that it's hard to go back and do these type of movies when the actors are aging.
Yeah,
Now you
he's
got to
such a
use
good
all
actor,
this
too.
CGI crap to make them look young. The first thing caught my eye was they showed the guy at the hotel, the guy at the front desk.
What's up, Jeff?
He actually died last year.
Oh,
And
you're talking about the concierge? Or
Yeah,
what do they call him?
yeah, the concierge. He actually died.
Concierge, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
Oh, I didn't know that.
this movie was done over a year ago before he died.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can't think of that actor's name, but he is a good actor, though.
Yeah.
He's been in quite a few good movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can't think of his damn name.
So you know how they got this little fight between Elon and Trump, right? Somebody
Well-
that I know put on Facebook, it shows the X account of Donald Trump, and like it says 5 hours ago, and it's not on his site. It says that was totally a Nazi salute that Elon did. By the way, you know it, I know it, everyone knows it.
Knows what?
That it was a Nazi salute Elon did.
Oh,
You know that's
now,
bullshit.
yeah. I like to say it's funny because a lot of people are stuck in the middle. So
Yeah.
you got a lot of folks that like Elon and they like Trump. They're like, what do we do now?
Well, you know
what we
what's
gonna do? What
you know
we
what's
gonna
funny,
do?
Dre? Remember how I said yesterday that it could just be a setup for them to part ways, but secretly be friends behind the scenes to
I don't know.
kind of distance Elon? But that's
Like
the
it's-
thing, is there was two different talk shows on YouTube yesterday that were talking about it, and both of them said the same fucking thing. They were like, "What if
Mhm.
this is just a ruse?"
I don't know. When he dropped that Jeffrey Epstein comment, dude, I said, "Ooh, that was hitting way below the."
Yeah, but the thing was, is it part of the list was already released months ago, and it had his name on there, and he didn't say. That don't mean anything. Just because your name's on a list of people that he rubbed elbows with at some point,
Yeah.
doesn't make you guilty.
No, it doesn't make you guilty.
That's what people are looking at it. They're like, oh my God, every billionaire that was on this dude's list. Of course there were. He was a billionaire. He was in all the financial shit. Of course he's going to have a lot of connections and a lot of people that he did business with or talked to. You can't
You,
just
you
guilty
sound
of-
like his attorney.
I'm just saying you can't make everybody that ever talked to the dudes like there's some guilty party.
No, you shouldn't, but you can.
Well, you shouldn't, but unfortunately that's what happened.
That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't, can.
Guilty by association.
Exactly, and that shouldn't be a thing. And I wouldn't have been surprised. I would have been more surprised if Trump wasn't on the list, because I guarantee you're going to find a lot of billionaires on that list,
Well,
a lot of
this-
financial gurus.
This the whole crutch with Trump. Things that are negative, he tries to play like, well, I don't know that guy. I barely knew that guy. Who is that guy? And I said, dude, we see you out there rubbing elbows with the guy, so you knew. That's the problem. Don't play stupid, and act like, oh, I never met the guy. I don't know that guy. Who is that guy?
Now, I did hear, I don't know if it's true, but I did hear that when Epstein was first accused of it, he was kicked out of Mar-a-Lago almost immediately by Trump.
Yeah,
I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, he was like, whoa, you're bringing trouble on my doorstep. Fuck off.
But like I said, though, it's like the list that Trump was on that was released was, I think, wasn't it actually the manifest for one of his private jets, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think the pilot-
it was a collection of manifests. They all wasn't there in the same time, but it
Yeah.
showed a lot of people's names that have been on Epstein's jets: Bill Gates, Clinton, Trump, several other high-profile, Prince Andrew. They all had been on the manifest of being on his plane at one time or another.
The difference is it's how many of those people on the list have got pictures. There's pictures of them, like the one with Prince Andrew. I think there is a picture of Trump somewhere with a young girl.
Yeah,
But it
I don't know if it
doesn't
was a young
mean-
girl, but they just showed
Yeah,
me.
but just because they're young girls, it doesn't mean they would
Dusty
Trump.
Carol.
Yeah,
No,
No,
for all you know,
like
that could have been somebody's kid that was just posing for a picture.
it's
Yeah,
it's a,
but my
it's a
whole
murky,
thing is
it's
like
a
I say,
murky
there-
world being rich.
I'm just saying that it's the problem is when Trump runs into something like this, he tries to put that defense of, I don't even know that guy. I was just there. I was invited and I showed up. I don't even know the guy. I said, dude, don't play it like that. They say, hey, I knew who he was. Once I found out what he was up to, I kept my distance. Well, that's all you got to do.
Yep.
Simple as that. No one can fault you from meeting someone who swims in the same pool as you do, because they're both, good people, running those circles. And let's say, hey, I met him. I was okay. Once I started hearing things and seeing things,
Comes
I
Jason.
kept my distance.
Right.
That's all you got to do. Don't sit there and act like, I don't know the guy. Who is that guy? Do you know that guy?
That's right. Once I found out what he did, I shot him. What's the difference?
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Joe. Jason just came in.
Attention on deck.
Oh, well, carry on.
It
Good
sounds like
afternoon, gents.
yeah, I thought
Good
that
afternoon.
movie where that one movie where they're looking for somebody and who's a bad guy. I think it was El Mariachi, whatever the guy said they're looking for the guitar player. The guy said, you can't find one guitar player in town. Somebody you don't know. Who is that guy? I don't know that guy. Shoot that guy.
Yeah. Shoot him.
Yeah, shoot him.
Yeah, I don't remember that movie.
I think is it El Mariachi or is it it's the one with Antonio Banderas, Selma Hayek, and he's the guitar player.
You're talking about the one where he has
Desperado.
Desperado.
Yes, Desperado. Yeah.
That's when he has the guns built into his fucking suitcases and shit.
Yeah.
Or his,
Yeah, he did.
guitar cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And come to find out it's his brother. I remember him having a meeting with all his people at his little ranch, and he's all pissed off because they can't find this guy. They end up killing the wrong guy who was one of the dope dealers' hitman in town. Didn't tell him. They end up killing him. But I remember that seeing him saying about how hard is it to sit there and say, you know, who is that guy? Do you know that guy?
Okay, I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna go say hello to Art and then go over to see Matt. So
Okay, Dominic.
see you
Yeah,
guys
Dominic.
later.
Toodaloo.
All right, Dom.
Bye bye.
Dominic
Maddie's
goes from
going
channel
live
to
soon.
channel to channel. Boy, that boy's on the ball.
Mhm.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he always stops by my lives as well.
Yes, he does. You couldn't have a better friend than Dominic because he'll pop in.
Agree. What time is Matty supposed to go live tonight?
8 p.m. Eastern.
Oh snap!
East
Is he gonna
Coast
go
is
live with
asking
Fortnite
about
or?
Oh, do I?
Jason wants to know if he's going to go live with Fortnite.
Yeah. No,
Sorry, Dre.
his computer
no
can't
problem.
handle it.
No problem. I was gonna pick up what East Coast Thrill said about Art having 3 different slots this week. I was gonna say he might be planning a trip to the Philippines again, trying to get his money up.
You never know.
Matt's not played Fortnite in weeks.
Yeah, he went on instead of Johnny again.
It said when I clicked on his name earlier, Laura, he was on 3 days ago.
Oh, okay. I've not been on.
It
So
just says I haven't played with him in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Cheeky fucker.
I've not been on.
Gonna be
Hey,
honest,
Laura.
I've never played with Matt. It's not my scene.
End of Star Wars tomorrow. Whoop whoop.
Laura's going to be on Matt's channel tonight.
No, I ain't. I'm going to be watching the back of my freaking eyelids.
Yeah,
Back of my eyelids.
she's gonna be busy tomorrow.
You mean I'm going to be busy tomorrow? How do you
Well,
know?
Matt told everybody you were going to be there, Laura.
I don't care if you told everybody I'm going to be there. I'm not going to be there.
I don't know. I messaged him about Laura. He was like, "Who?"
Yeah, there's a long-standing battle between Matt and Laura, and this little channel shit.
Really?
Laura's always bullying him.
That's why when Ron told me he called Matt,
Who
and
was
told
everybody?
Matt, when he called Matt and told Matt he got the X5, I was like, "Did Matt not tell you he got like the X7 or some shit?" He was like, "No, he actually didn't." I was like, I was surprised. Because Matt would have been like, "Oh yeah, they sent me the X7 for a review."
Matt used to be funny when he used to say, "I've just come off the phone to Microsoft."
They were like, Matty, Matty.
Yeah. They were like, Matty, could you do this for us?
There's a link in the chat for you.
Oh, for
I'll
God's sake.
check in a second.
Hey, I finally posted 2 shorts on YouTube.
Of what? Fortnite?
Or you realize with that video you did, right, when you tried to track their faces?
It was done by AI themselves. I didn't do it.
Yeah, Justin. She didn't do it.
And it won't track their faces because I put emojis over their faces.
No, the emojis
Jim.
move out of the way.
And it doesn't show their faces properly. It doesn't represent them too at all. So
No, I did. That's not what the internet thinks.
I know that's not what they look like.
I think Justin's actually seen Diamond, Danny.
No. You've seen Paige.
You've seen what Diamond looks like, haven't you, Justin? Justin?
Oh, sorry. I was watching Laura get arrested. Do I?
I said you've seen what Diamond looks like.
Oh, yeah. I've seen her face a bunch of times.
Yeah, but you don't like a face on social media, so I have to crop it. Thinking it out.
I know what toxic look like because she's been on camera a bunch of times.
Yeah, she always think he's going to be. I don't want my face on camera, then turns the camera on.
Sounds about right for Toxic.
I mean, she took us on a whole trip to the store one night,
Oh yeah.
and
Like
she was worried
groceries?
about.
I will
Yeah,
be
she-
back playing Fortnite when I get back on holiday, Justin.
All right, she went on a late night snack binge to the store, and
Nice.
she was worried about her car not starting when she left the store.
Was you on the other week when she'd gone somewhere and a lorry pulled in right across the front of her so she couldn't get out?
No, you
No.
wasn't on that one.
Yeah, started unlock. The lorry just pulls up, opens the back of it, starts unloading it.
No,
She was
get
sat,
out the car
she
park.
was sat there for about 45 minutes waiting for him to finish unload. And then once he closed the lorry up, she was like, "Oh, he's going," and he didn't. He went into the store and started stacking the shelves.
Oh hell no, dude! I'd have been like, bro, you got to move. Mm-mm. After
Yep.
about 5 minutes of that shit, I'd have been, no, you better pull that truck about 10 feet forward.
Yep.
Oh, we were laughing our heads off at her, weren't we?
Yeah.
All right, hold on now. You wants a link to Matt's channel. Hold on. I think that's what Dusty was asking for.
Don't forget, Justin, write a comment on my video.
Laura,
I did.
I'm just going to the kitchen. Yeah. Just watch that Dre for talking shit about me.
Oh,
I'll join in, yeah?
Yeah, you might as well.
Though you might hear a crack when I fall off the sofa.
Well, I'm gonna go get a little dinner since Matt will come on before I gotta wait out.
Okay, Dre. Hey, thanks for coming in, buddy.
Not a problem. I just want to see if the
Huh.
time ran out on Davis nickel. That's all.
Not 4 or 5 year times, right? Remember?
So, Jason, you're headed home, are you?
yes, sir.
Oh, Jason,
time.
don't forget, when Fortnite does it as an update, it goes down straight after its main event. No.
Oh, is that tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow, straight after the event, it's a blackout.
Yeah, it's supposed to
For
be
how
out for
long?
a while.
Yeah, it's down for a while, whole day.
Oh wow. All right. Well, I guess I'll go touch some grass.
But I literally can't wait for Star Wars to leave.
Agree.
I've not played since it's been there.
Agree.
I mean, I love that sniper. I don't care what anybody says.
I agree with that too. It's a good sniper. I actually played when we got off the game last night. My brother and the kids were playing, and I was stopping to say hey, and they're like, "Come play with us, Uncle Jay." I was like, "All right." So we played a game and on the main map because they're enjoying the Star Wars. And,
Do I get 3 wishes now?
yeah,
No.
it was fun to play with the family, little family Fortnite action.
The only time I've been on is when my nieces and nephews have bugged me.
Yeah. They're like, "Yeah, you haven't played the Star Wars map in like 2 weeks." I was like, "Nope, just been playing reloads." But they were having fun with it, so
I've been doing
Whatever the kids
festivals
are
just to do the battle pass.
yeah.
Can I get 3 wishes now?
I already unlocked all the battle pass. I finished
So
that. the
well,
other
I've
day.
done it.
Nice.
I did
But yeah.
9 levels the other day in like an hour.
Nice.
Busted it out.
Dang. Yeah, I'm looking forward for the Star Wars season to end. Go back to normal Fortnite, so to speak. I mean, I'm getting normal Fortnite in reloads.
We've
And
got superheroes.
yeah.
Bring back the car mods, that's what I say.
Dude, the car season was wicked.
It's not going to be
Yes.
it's not going to be the proper superheroes if it hasn't got Mighty Mouse and Hong Kong Fooey.
Hong Kong Fooey.
Wow. Old
And that's
school.
the one thing too about this new season is Man, the guns kill the cars so fucking quick.
For real.
They need to bring back the repair torches. That's what we need. Repair torches and gas cans.
Yes. That was so awesome. That brings me back to when I'm driving, Justin's repairing the vehicle while we're moving out.
Yeah, and if you had 2 torches, you could repair it real quick.
Oh, it's so awesome.
Dude, that season was my best season. I was
Yeah,
nasty with
same.
those cars, man.
Yeah,
No,
man.
the best part about that season is when me and Corey pulled up to this little building, and it was just like a little shed type building. We blew off one of the walls, and there's a whole team in there, and all they do is they turn and they're just sitting there staring at us. Not running, not doing nothing. They're just sitting there looking
Oh,
at us.
we're dead.
And for like a good 10, 15 seconds, they just stood there. Me and Corey like, what the hell are they doing? And all of a sudden, we just lit them up with a grenade launcher.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my coworkers asked me, "Hey, can you show me how to fly drones?" I was like, "Oh, really? Heck yeah, I'll show you how to fly drones."
When's the last time you turned one of your FPV drones off?
Last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
We'll
was
say-
before the I brought it as a backup drone for my Mavic 3 in case that went in the water again. So at least I could get some footage and get paid. I didn't have to use it though, but I did turn it on and fly it around the backyard.
But you didn't have to edit anything, right? You just give them the raw footage and they edit it themselves.
Yep, that's what I tell them. I was like, "Look, I will give you all the footage, but yeah, the deal is they could have all the footage, and if I wanted to make, I could use that footage as well." And 2 hours on site, and yeah, I left, and they wrote me a check. They wrote me a check. I go, "You gave me too much."
Good night,
'Cause,
everybody.
and they're like, let me give you change, for
Good
the,
night,
for
Laura.
the amount. And they're like, "Oh, just go ahead, keep it. Consider it a tip." I was like, "All right, well, thank you."
Hey, Joe, are you gonna
Cool.
wish Laura good night?
Good night, Laura.
It's no
Sweet
dude.
dreams.
Good
You
night,
said no.
Joe.
Night, Laura.
Night, Laura.
Laura, have a good evening.
Don't forget to check out my shorts.
Stop self-promoting. Piss off. Go to bed.
That's David's job to
Yeah,
check
that-
out your
that-
shorts. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep off my territory, you bastards.
Well, she was offering.
She was offering, yeah.
Wait up. No,
Oh
no,
my
you
God.
have it. You have it. Go on. Take. Thanks. No returns.
All right, guys, let me let you go. Pull in for the
Okay.
driveway.
Okay, Jason. Hey, have a good evening, my friend.
All right, guys, have a
Yeah,
good one.
good
We'll see
night.
you later.
Okay.
Later.
Hey, Jason.
Literally froze like his profile picture.
Mhm.
I gotta keep Messenger pulled up.
Hey, did you see where that guy they deported is back in the U.S. now?
Yeah, they're coming back and trying him for human trafficking.
Yeah.
So they're gonna bring him back, try him, and send him back. That's all they're doing.
He's already back, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why even fucking try him at this point? Just fucking put the shit to. Just let his ass down there. Cares. Just wasting fucking taxpayer money doing that.
Yep.
Mhm.
He was already serving a life sentence down there. Why do you need to bring him back and convict him for what? Paperwork reasons? So
That's
it's
all
on the
they're doing.
books. Like, come on now.
Basically, it shuts the people up that are complaining that he was deported illegally. And
It wasn't.
we know he wasn't, but that's what they're doing. They're just
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to get him for tax avoidance.
Well, it's like all the money the government wastes on doing investigations on each other, and then nobody ever goes to jail. It's like, why the fuck did you bother investigating them? Like the fuck.
As we can. Nothing beats a whole packet of fig rolls to yourself.
This is cute.
Mm,
Oh, you going out tomorrow and splurging at the store for Laura Lee's?
No, I'm
Yeah.
eating it myself now.
I quite like fig rolls.
Cashier's looking, would you like a fig roll? I'll take 2, please. I'm by myself for a week.
Get a whole packet for 49 pence in Sainsbury's.
Are those like fig Newtons?
Don't know what fig Newtons are, but probably.
Is it like a little cookie with jelly type shit in it?
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
biscuit. It's a full rounded biscuit with inside it's like figs and currants and stuff.
Here, I'll show you what a fig Newton looks like.
I think they did used to call them fig Newtons years ago.
Yeah.
These are what a fig Newton looks like, and they're very soft.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they are, but ours are crinkled on the top.
Okay, so yeah, same thing. Yeah, those are pretty good. It's like the cookies your grandma would have in her cupboard. Weren't the best, but they do.
Yeah, it's like eating a bowl of prunes.
You don't want to wear dresses.
I never minded fig Newtons. Like they were my first choice if I went to the store. I'd eat them if somebody gave them to me.
No, if there was like bourbons or custard creams or jammy dodgers in the cupboard, then they would be coming out.
Come to think of it, I have got a packet of Jaffa cakes on top of the freezer.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You're saying the same thing as me. Fig Newtons are like a good snack when that's all that's left in the cupboard.
Yeah.
It's like it's a decent. You can deal with it. It's like, yeah, that'll do.
I'd rather have ginger nuts.
Yellow is that cute.
Ginger nuts.
Yeah.
What's
They
the
ju-
name?
They're just ginger biscuits.
The ginger biscuits, but they're called ginger nuts. And
She's coming. Go.
Yeah.
I went to the one pound and beyond store the other week, and they had them reduced clear. And when I went to the till, they all went through at the same price, at the full price. So I went and complained, and he went, "Just go out yourself." So I did. I cleared the shelf.
That's like those people that used to do the extreme couponing over here. Did you guys have one of those extreme couponing shows over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, these people go in there and in the fucking grocery store to end up owing them money. Dude, I tried that shit, dude. I was like strategic with it too. I was like ordering free coupon books. I was going getting all the coupons out of the papers. Dude, I could not emulate what they were doing. So I found that I believed that whole thing was fucking staged.
Of course it was.
Well, you're not going with me.
Although I am pissed off with Sainsbury's. Went to Sainsbury's yesterday and bought some McCain's chips, which you guys call fries.
Uh-huh.
And they were £4. I was like, oh, bastard, full price. Today, I got a notification on my phone saying that for me only, they're now £2.58. What? The nectar prices where they have offers that are for individuals rather than for everybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like a personalized coupon.
Yeah. But they could have sent it yesterday.
That thing where Kate was saying it cost her 17 quid earlier. I told her to go in Iceland and get a box of Harry Ramsden chip shop fish. So she goes in and she picks up this box. It's about 2 foot long, 6 inches deep, and a foot wide. What the hell? She bought the Harry Ramsden fish and chip meal for 4. So it's got a bag of chips in it, 4 fish, and then she went and got the box of 4 battered sausages as well.
So she got like
Did
a
you have mushy
family.
peas?
She
Yeah,
got like a family pack.
meal instead of just 2 fish.
Yeah, it'd be like if you went and bought a family pack at like a grocery or a store, fast food place or something.
We already had the chips in the freezer, so we didn't need them.
Did it come with mushy peas?
No, I bought 2 tins of mushy peas from Home Bargains. £58 a tin.
Hey, Booner. What you doing? You good boy. You sure are.
So Daryl put in the comment from my video today, looks like a nice place, a good locate, a cool location. I said it is. You need to come see it and fly it sometime.
How long did y'all hang out there for? Joe?
What?
Said how long did y'all end up hanging out for?
He got there about 7:20, left about almost 9.
Oh, okay, that's about 2 hours.
We were there for a while.
Did you have a good time?
You eating healthy there, Paul?
Daryl was in the chat again earlier.
Yeah, he was here earlier.
No, I mean just
looks healthy enough to me.
Not just this morning, he was here tonight as well.
Yeah, he was here when I came on.
Oh, Laura, what? Why?
When I go out my walks, I'll be on TikTok, so I need to battery back.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off in about 5 minutes.
Thieving shit.
$25 past.
There ain't gonna be much left here when she goes. She's taking my fucking new laptop. She's taking my camera, and now she's taking my
bed.
What's that?
Well, she was supposed to be going to bed.
No, now she's raiding the place to see what she takes to Scotland with her.
God.
They get decent internet out where she's at, or what?
Probably not.
Well, she'll have access to Wi-Fi, but also the laptop's got a SIM card in it.
You'll be sorry.
No, it's got unlimited data.
Yeah, roaming's really not a thing anymore. Even though
you only go to Scotland.
Well, at least over here, roaming's really not a thing anymore. Like, they'll still give you like warnings sometimes when you get certain text messages. They'll say you may receive, charges for this, for roaming charges or something stupid like that.
Oh, is this when you go from one county to another?
Well, it's like it used to be, I think, when you roamed off other companies' towers. They just don't do that anymore.
Yeah, they don't do that here. I don't think they've ever done that here.
No.
Roaming only occurs.
It was like when you were out of your coverage area. You had a certain coverage area back in the day that you had to
I
stay
don't
in.
have that. Never had that. Normally, roaming is only when you go to like Europe, another country.
But you're talking about that ended back in like roaming charges were really a thing back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And then they kind of fade off with how they used to charge you for text messaging.
Yeah.
It was the same thing. It just faded off.
We still have roaming charges, but that's only if we go into another country. So if we went over to France or over to America, but you can buy a bundle to take it with you.
Well, see, most of our plans actually cover Canada and Mexico because they're the only two neighboring countries that actually touch our borders.
Yep.
So they always include those in a lot of phone plans there.
We kind of don't have any other countries touching our borders.
No.
No, but you guys got more countries to choose from once you get over there, though.
Yeah.
You know, go across the way there.
Yeah, but each country's got its own cell provider.
Network. Yeah, when we was in Europe, we didn't have to pay roaming charges across Europe.
Yeah, but wouldn't, even though they're all different service providers, don't they all kind of, you can jump from one border to the other and still use your phone though, right?
Oh, you
They're all
still
compatible, right?
But you get charged by a different country.
All right. So they're still compatible though. You don't have to get a new SIM card.
Oh yeah, it still
every
works everywhere.
time.
East Coast are like 9 years behind.
I mean, when we went to the Seychelles, we just used to get a SIM card for the Seychelles so that we could talk to each other on their networks instead of messing about.
Yeah, he must be way behind. He's talking about work dues. Shit, that was like an hour ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm actually 3D printing some blocks because you know the LED light strip lights where you can have like scrolling messages and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I've got one of them, but it's got no protection down each end, so I want to make it as waterproof as possible.
You mean like Joe's cap?
Yeah, it's like that, but with Joe's cap, it's actually embedded into something where mine isn't.
All right, I'm jumping off. I'll catch you all later.
Yeah.
We'll
See
take a
you
little
on
break
Matt's.
before. Yeah, we'll take a little break before that.
All right, catch you in a bit.
All right, later, guys.
Bye. And then there was 4.
The economists, like, they're so bitter that there's no inflation. I mean, look at that. I mean, they can't understand.
Oh, excuse me.
But they add in their piece today. Well, they should cheer you because it's coming.
Right. They keep saying that. Like, just wait, it's going to get bad. Just wait, it's going to get bad. But here it is that we've had big positive surprises in jobs every month since President Trump's been in here. And so what that means is that we've created 500,000 more jobs now in just a few months. And we did that.
Yeah, I've been Googling LED clothing. See if I can get around there. Happens to make one, but I'm not paying $2.5 grand.
Private sector jobs. And so this is exactly what President Trump talked about on the campaign, and now the data shows that it's working out just the way he said.
And Kevin, Elon Musk did predict in this kind of fused situation, predicted that with tariffs would come a recession in the second half of the year. That couldn't get any more negative than that prediction. Why is that wrong?
Well, think about it. The tariffs are in place. Inflation is down. Jobs are booming, and the tax cuts haven't passed yet. And so I'll tell you right now, and I'll come to you in December, and you can make me eat from or not, they're going to have at least growth this year because when the tax cuts are passed and people understand that the tariffs work the way the president said it, then things don't let off in a way that back and say the way President Trump has, that it's a golden age. And we're going to start the golden age. Well, starting already, you can see it in the job numbers. But yes, this is going to be not a recession, but it's not going to be 3% growth. It's going to be way better.
Kevin, are you surprised about this Trump-Musk rift, or a lot of people weren't really surprised? Are you surprised?
You know, I'm disappointed, and I'm grateful for the work that Elon did, but I'm disappointed. Yeah.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much. And ahead, is Trump terrain considered just a laugh line, or is it an actual medical condition? And is there a cure? My eye?
Well, guys, I think I'm going to drop off as well. So, Joe, catch you tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark, I'll probably catch you on Matt if you're going on
Yeah.
that. And Paul's chair, I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off too, so she's gonna be Mark.
No, I'm going and all. We'll just leave
Yeah,
Paul
leave Paul's
there
chair.
again.
That'd be good. We ought to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. See you all later.
See you later.
Results are permitted, but injections are required. So doctors created the new generation wearers. This is not a prescription limit, and the science behind it is impressive. The studied ingredients are intended to address weight loss in 3 powerful ways: help maintain healthy blood sugar, help control appetite, and help convert fat into energy so you burn it fast. Get 20% off with discount code TRIP at takethee.com. Code TRIP at takethee.com. America is no race for China. The country that dominates and is a source of artificial intelligence will define the future. Source AI is making this game-changing technology available to all, while advancing American values of freedom and innovation. China's vision is driven by censorship, and control. AI is about the future. It's about national security. It's about economic prosperity. America can't lose this race to China. We must protect our competitive edge. Take EKG of the penny, but 6 times a day per week. On your smartwatch, people. The FDA approved EKG 6 times a day for any smartwatch. And it tests the most common just 7 seconds, including atrial fibrillation, bradycardia, attack. Cardia Mobile 6 hours on sale now for Father's Day. Get one for Dad at cardia.com. If you know what you need, it's not just a visit. It's you. All of the system. Some American factories. Which is why some to friends and people. Some luxury majesties. So, we can see that what the text message is really so to keep that because the place for most sunshine. So all patriots, Pocket Hose Copperhead is an American invention. Turn on the water and it full-size hose. Pocket pivots from 360 degrees to eliminate everything. Turn off the water and it shrinks back down to pocket size. We have patents, but China sells billions that violate Americans' rights. We ask the administration to, and all patriots to buy only the original Pocket Hose on Amazon and Walmart.com, complete with them.
Theravital Advance has been such a game changer for me. Theravital Advance increases your body's own hormone, reduces wrinkles, and weight loss. I see such a difference in my skin. I noticed fewer wrinkles. My skin was healthier. It was easier to get clean. I literally shed a few pounds in the first couple of weeks. It does give me that feeling just being radiantly roses. Theravital Advanced, the #1 anti-aging therapy in America.
You can see it from the today, though. It's pretty inspirational. Still flying, we do make this the biggest flags on the U.S. right here in Texas. There's a lot of pride. You'll see a lot of the Camping World employees out there. It's awesome to see how we displays their flag regardless of what anybody else. I am a veteran. I stand over there today every morning and look at that flag waving. We got several a day calling in to show their support. When you can't watch, just States business and routes and lives on SiriusXM anytime, anywhere. Same side on SiriusXM. It's listening.
We in the Ingram Angle care deeply about America's mental health. And right now, an intervention is needed because our friends on the left and in the media suffering people. I must say I was afraid. I'm a foreigner. I don't have a green card. I'm not an American citizen. I'm fairly prominent. And I literally prepared to go to America as if I was going to North Korea. I took a burner phone, JD. Imagine that. I didn't take a single, not my mobile phone, not my iPad, nothing. And I had nothing on the burner phone except a few numbers. Oh, a burner phone. She's super cool. It sounds nuts to me. Now, what started as a political disagreement in 2016 seems to have become a full-blown mental breakdown in 2024. So, Trump derangement syndrome just something to laugh off, or is this now a serious medical condition? Americans want to know. Here with reaction, non-doctor Rich Cioli, host of the Rich Cioli Show. Rich, we're kind of having fun here, but I'm truly afraid. Does she have TDS, or is it political play acting? I think we might have lost him. We're trying to get him back. But this raises a question. When, like, Prashana on the floor is one, I think, internationally, one of the most respected reporters out there. I mean, she's reported on every war, she's reported on every international conflict, at least in recent memory. And she actually believes the United States is on par with North Korea regarding the safety and security of, I guess, internet. There is no reason for her to believe that. Now, if you're an individual who is here on a student visa and you're actively aligning with terrorist groups and, you know, considered a national security threat to the United States, then yeah, maybe you have some concerns. But maybe Prashana on fourth put herself in that category. I wouldn't think so. Is it just, again, is it play acting? Is this performative theater? Or is this where liberals are today? They can't really have a substantive disagreement with a populist conservative. They have to villainize the populist conservative and just turn him into, you know, Adolf Hitler. And again, I say this, I've said this before, but it's important for everyone to understand this tonight. Conservatives are actually happy to have debates on substantive issues. I mean, we had Charlie Kirk on last night. How many times have you seen him go to college campus? He'll debate professors, he'll debate young people. I mean, that's what we do. But liberals cannot engage in an actual debate on the substantive issues. What should our immigration policy look like? What kind of foreign policy really makes sense in an era where we have $37 trillion debt and we can't build ships anymore, at least for the time being? Like, what is that foreign policy look like? Can we really spend time on it? These are important issues to discuss. Conservatives are willing to have that debate. Anyway, they're not willing to. Trump's like the North Korean dictator. Anyway, we'll keep trying to get Rich back. But ahead, there are early signs of an Elon and Trump breakup. People are saying this was in the offing for like quite some time. And what is Michelle Obama now complacent? Now, Friday Follies with Raymond is it?
Got energy, focus, new air, like you gets the strength and supports all of that. I think the first thing I noticed, energy, I really work out, but I'm gonna try it. I wrote something.
Have you always been trusting your weights? Me too.
Discover the power. Wegovy. I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds. And I keep sleep on. Reducing my risk. Wegovy is the only weight management medicine proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular such as death, heart attack, or stroke in adults with heart disease and obesity. Don't use Wegovy as semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines or as well. Don't take L-medicine C, NEN2, or clear providers, might have surgery, breastfeeding, pregnant or planning. Stop taking medical help right away to bone in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and gallbladder or severe stomach problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar and diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Call your prescriber if you choose. With your heart racing, rest, or if you have epilepsy, depression, or thoughts of suicide may occur. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, patient's stomach pain, or upset, headache, feeling tired, dizzy or bloated, gas, and heart. Some side effects lead to dehydration, may cause people losing weight. Lower activities. Yes,
What would you do if you wanted? If you could treat at home. Your doctor about Vyvgart now pre-filled for self-injection.
Hey, this stuff from you is something that you would add into your repertoire. Without you two, as mine goes, one thing not is regret you.
Life insurance is too important to put off. That's why Select Quote makes getting covered unique and now get up to a $2 million policy with Luna and
Visit selectquote.com now.
Need hair growth. Once after hair growth accelerator promote. Alert help your hair in just 3 weeks. Hair growth accelerator is drug-free and contains a 3 key ingredient that quickly accelerate hair growth. Search Amazon now for Force Factor Hair Growth Accelerator.
Control society. Inside of numerous dishes, he's many new bacteria. Shaving breaks it all down. Snooze.
In a state of fear because I talked to the IRS. They said, you owe quite a bit of money. I didn't know if I was going to make it. Optima Tax negotiated everything. I did not have to worry about talking to the IRS. They talked to the IRS. Optima Tax saved my life.
For a free consultation, call 800-965-4024.